What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player in the game of Risk Global Domination. I have a daily release on YouTube and I stream on Twitch weekdays in the winter. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. For today's episode, we're going to be doing the Risk Week in Review. This is the news program for the second week of February. The game of Risk. Second week of February 2022. And I'm starting off with a conversation with the commissioner of the brand new Major League Risk League, Gary the Bear 28. Gary, how are you, sir?
I am doing fantastic. How are you, Pete?
I'm fantastic as well. Nice to hear from you.
Yeah, it's good. It's always nice getting a chance to chat about Risk and the state of the game and everything that's going on.
Yeah, so why don't you tell the people in brief what you've been up to?
Yeah. So first thing on our brand new server, Major League Risk, we're running our inaugural tournament starting February 22nd, called the No Deal Tournament, and it's a bit of a hyperbolic statement on the state of points begging in tournaments that have a point system and VC combined. We, the team over at Major League Risk, see that as a bit of an issue. We think the point systems are great, and we think VC is great. Just marrying them together in a way that works is what we're trying to do. So the No Deal Tournament is taking that to the extreme, and we're doing no points, no VC, no alliances, no signups, nothing. Just show up and play. Just have to win 3 games, and you can win yourself a little bit of money on the side, little $100 prize there.
Very exciting.
Yeah, and we have settings for it. I don't know if you can pull those up, Pete. I know we were chatting about that a little bit.
Would we like to talk about the settings for the tournament?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So the inaugural No Deal Tournament is all going to be played on one set of settings. So you'll show up, you'll ping looking for a game, find 5 or 6 players to play with, and play on these settings. It'll be all the same: 70% domination, balance blitz, no alliances, no blizzards, no portals. Fog will be on to increase that skill level a little bit. And we're giving you 90 seconds so that mobile players can still play and be competitive in a 70% domination game.
I like that a lot.
And it's all going to be absolutely. Since it obviously requires some speed, and Las Vegas is a pretty decent sized map. Gives everybody the chance to have a fair shot at it rather than just click enter for everybody. So
also, the addition of fog here seems really exciting, because not knowing exactly when someone might be poised to take the 70, you kind of have to have a bit of the balls to the wall when it's the right moment,
Yeah, and since there are no bounties, no points to go after, really that 70% is all you're looking for.
Yep.
So you can obviously get bounties for mobile players, and may be helpful to string a couple together to try and get to that 70%. So that you can make a kill, have a little bit extra time, make a kill, have a little bit extra time, get to that 70. But the settings, something I'm pretty passionate about is making the settings what pushes the game. I think players should play to the settings, and if the settings say that you should wait around and that's your best strategy, then that's what you should do. If the settings say that it's time to go and it's time to take action, then that's what you should do. So over at Major League Risk, we're trying to make the settings make the game fun for all players. So hopefully, we're not looking at any 2-3 hour games. We're looking at 20-25 minute kind of games, 8, 9 turns, and on to the next. And since you only need 1 win to qualify, it can be a pretty quick entry for anybody that hops over there on the 22nd and tries to compete.
So you have 3 shots. Is that how it is?
Yeah. So you have unlimited shots to qualify.
You just have to win a game. You can hang out as much time as you care to spend on it, as long as you win a game.
Yep. And Once you win a game, you stop playing until we schedule your next game. We'll group people in similar time zones to make that scheduling as easily as possible. And if you win your scheduled game, you're in the finals. You win that game, you're the grand champion. You win it all. You're the no deal champion.
Exciting. Yeah,
So 3 wins is all it takes.
philosophically, you're really thinking a lot like what I'm thinking here. You know, we're trying to maximize inclusive settings. We're trying to maximize fun games. So I really like sort of where your head's at with all of this.
Yeah, I've heard you talking a bit about how there's not really a need for a beginners tournament, because if you can win a beginners tournament, by definition, you're not a beginner.
Okay.
And I fully agree with that. But this tournament, the way that it's set up, doesn't take a lot of time commitment, and it only needs 3 wins. And you can win a cash prize. You get the opportunity to own a team for Major League Risk if you win it all, should you choose to.
Mm-hmm.
So since everybody can play, the settings will push the action. You don't have to be able to jump in VC or anything to play. You barely have to be on Discord to play, to be honest with you. So beginners from novice all the way up to grandmaster, they can all jump in, have a good time, play on the same settings. You can practice the settings. They've been out for a while. So everybody has a chance to get good at this play style, this setting, this map. And you still have a little bit of time to get all that practice in and show up and compete.
I love it. So, folks, this is the link to the Major League Risk server. If you want to go check it out, get your butts in the seats for February 22nd for the no deal settings. Gary, do you want to talk at all about what else you have planned, or are we going to do things one thing at a time?
No, we can chat a little bit about Major League Risk that's coming up after that.
Why don't you tell people what you have in mind?
Yeah. So Major League Risk, I think, as Pete and I have chatted, there's a big void for a competitive league that is FFA, that's free for all. So most people play free for all, and there's a big gap there that needs to be filled. And I think the Major League Risk can fill that role. It'll be 8 teams. There will be 3 players per team, so it's only 24 players in the entire league. But everybody has a chance to play. Everybody that wants to sign up can be drafted. Since it's a draft format, you're not just going to have buddies going around looking for buddies to play with. You sign up, you'll be in a big pool of draft players. We'll have your rankings, your win-loss records, things like that, so team owners can know who they're drafting. So anybody, if you don't have relationships or you don't have connections or anything, if you're good at the game, you can get picked up and put on a team and compete. It'll be on a set schedule, so you can kind of just build it into your weekly schedule. No need to hassle about and get 6 people all to play at the same time. It'll all be one given day at a given time, and it'll happen for 14 weeks straight. So hopefully I'm taking the scheduling hassle out of it, and we can all just play some Risk and be competitive about it and have a good time.
Excellent. I'm excited. To be a part of this. I'm excited to compete. I like the idea of a league. I think very much a void is being filled with this idea. One of the first things that I set about to do when I became more and more influential in this game was I just had this sense that we needed an ongoing competition. So thankfully we have the free-for-all tournament. We have 5-a-side, we have Risk Legends, and we have other assorted tournaments now that are popping up more and more, which is great. And we always have something, Team Risk, right? We always have something that you can get into. But I think having a league, with set times that and set expectations is very much just something that will help cement Risk as, the esport that we all know it can be and deserves to be with just a little bit of work.
Absolutely. And I was on your YouTube live last weekend, and I realized there was a lot of players or a lot of people in the live that mentioned, I don't play Risk, but I love watching your content. And I didn't realize how large of an audience there was that just watches Risk and doesn't play it.
Yeah.
And we're setting up Major League Risk in a way that it should be very viewer friendly, very streamer friendly, very YouTube friendly, where the games will be able to be viewed live or in post. And you can kind of pick a team, get behind them, and follow the story of Major League Risk the same way you would with with your favorite actor or your favorite sports team, or somebody to get behind and somebody to a team to kind of follow. So hopefully there's a little bit of everything for great competition and great content for the viewers.
Music to my ears, sir.
Yeah,
Very happy
absolutely,
to
absolutely.
see what you're doing with this. It looks really cool. Also picking my favorite color for the look of
Yeah.
this. It's just speaks to me. So
Oh, I didn't realize teal was your favorite color.
very much so. I am an adult man with a favorite color. Awesome.
Yeah, we went through a lot of renditions to end on that one,
It
so we
looks
like it.
good. It looks good to me.
Yeah.
That's what you want. So, is there anything that you want me to shout out other than I'm going to post the link to the server again,
Mhm.
but just to tell the
Yeah.
people so that we can build up a little bit of excitement for this. We'd love to have you, right? There's no limit to not even signups. Just show up, right? Get some games in.
Yeah, that's it. Just show up and join the Discord, and you're in the tournament. No need to sign up. No need to figure out Google Docs. No need to make a Gmail or anything like that. Just hop in, and when somebody says they're looking for a game on February 22nd, try to jump in there, because I think those 36 slots will fill up somewhat quickly. But unlimited attempts should give everybody a chance, a fair shot at that $100.
Awesome.
But yeah, last thing, just kind of February 22nd. Mark that down on the calendars. If you're in the Discord, you'll get pinged the day before and the day of, letting you know that it's starting.
All right. Well, thank you, Gary.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Thanks for chatting with me, and good luck with whatever game you're playing right after this.
Cheers, man. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. See you, Pete.
Take care.
Bye.
Well, you heard it here first, folks, from the horse's mouth himself. I was going to redeem karaoke. No karaoke. You go fuck off is what you do. Yeah, excited to see this sort of league idea come into its fruition. I think it's very much a space that the game both needs and isn't yet being filled by the current competitive scene. So super grateful for Gary for reaching out to me. And I'm happy to do my part to help get the butts in the seats for the No Deal tournament. All right, folks, we're going to be doing a couple of things for the news program before we move in to the Q&A. The first thing I want to talk about is the poll I took. So to Gary's point earlier, he mentions that, a lot of people might see this as more of a spectator sport than something they would want to participate in. And I took a little data on the round 2 settings because I figured, don't take my word for it, right? So I wanted to conduct the poll, and the way I set this poll up, we now have 3,000 responses, which just goes to show you 3 times the amount of players that sought to compete in this tournament cared enough about this question to vote on it. So the smallest cohort at 3% is I hated the round 2 settings and it's unlikely I'll compete again. So this was the loudest cohort in the comments. I would just like to say this is good news, that despite me hearing again and again and again, I hated this, it's only a small minority. So we got to keep this in mind. Just as an aside, this seems to be a function of the way discourse works online, that the loudest, most unhinged minority tends to be tends to have their voice over magnified. And we see this again and again in all sorts of spaces. I'm not trying to get into it in too much detail, but it's very important to realize that fuck you, I hate this is only 3%. Now, the second smallest cohort, unfortunately, is also the opposite. I love the round 2 settings, okay? So we have 9% fully favorable, 3% completely unfavorable. And then, as you would expect, most people find themselves in the middle. So the third largest cohort is a bit of a selection bias because we are selecting from my audience, and I'll admit this overtly, right? Caps is not competitively viable for tournament play. Now, there's a number of ways we could fix caps to make it competitively viable for tournament play. Many of those involve SMG, which we're not going to hold our breath on, and then 1 or 2 You could do caps with only points and no placements. You could do all sorts of things to make caps competitively viable. But currently, in their current iteration, caps games support stalemates, which most people don't find fun, and not interesting strategic stalemates. Just take a card and pass stalemates. Not to dwell on this too much further, the next largest cohort was, I thought the round two settings were fine, but not great. So we have 34% favorable. So a full third of the audience liked the settings, and another 2/3 of the audience disliked the settings, and which brings us to our largest cohort. I disliked the round two settings, but hope for better ones to come. So we're going to end on a positive note before I put this subject to bed permanently. I dislike the round two settings, but I hope for better ones to come, which is more than a full third of the audience, right? I didn't love it, but it's not a hanging offense, and we'll give you guys more of a chance, okay? So, moving on from the round two subject, we have a new season. Season 9. Let's talk about it, folks. Let's talk about it. So, Season 9 for the game. This is the first season since the first seasonal reset since the big change, where we split off 1v1 from free-for-all. So, everyone had their ranks reset to the bottom of their class. Okay. So you see I am sitting here at base GM. First thing you see when you log in is you see your 1v1 rank. Why? I don't know. That's an error. Fix this. Because very, very fewer people care. That's not a word. Very many fewer people care about 1v1 versus this number, your free-for-all rank. But what you see underneath your name is not a free-for-all rank on a ladder. You see a Byzantine points structure that you might not understand. Now, I don't know for a fact, but I would imagine that usage numbers are smaller than they otherwise could be. If these two numbers, instead of representing points, represented your spot on a ladder. Now look at this, okay? I have to click into the leaderboard, and I have to find, well, I can't even find it. All I know is I'm above 1,000 on the leaderboard. The way it used to be was superior. This is a change in the wrong direction. You want to have a number underneath your name, which corresponds to your free-for-all rank. And if you care about this, cool, but most people don't. And that is my spiel on that one, okay? If we are starting to see usage numbers drop, this probably has a lot to do with why. So let's seriously think about continuing to improve the ranking system such that 3-player caps is not the dominant meta. Okay. Moving right along, folks. We're getting through these topics very well. The results for round 3 of the tournament. We are currently in week 4 of the Risk World Championships, Season 1, 2023. At the top of the card, we have Stay Facto knocking it out of the park at 61 points. Congratulations, sir. We have 21, 20, and 20. That is nearly perfect games back to back to back, and nipping at his heels, 2 points off. We have EG Sneaks, well done. Solidly in third place. We have General Baines, 15708. All 3 of these players, very, very phenomenal performance so far. In a 2-way tie for 4th place, we have Fonty13, the defending champion, and One Shot, who has revealed himself to be a top Risk player in his own right. At 55 points, another 2-way tie for 6th, Zombie and Yara. Well done. And then moving down the card at 54 points, we have Arco, Saber, Tobias Glimmer 4s. Congratulations to everyone who's made it this far, including you, General Quatch 138 Miles. I'm facing this week in my group. We're playing on Thursday, so I might have the show posted for Thursday, but more likely Saturday, because Fix Friday will always do, and because it's fog, I won't be able to stream, unfortunately. Pogger's doing well. Truth Powers at 50 points. Very nice to see. Kuel not far behind at 49. Johnny's looking good at 48. And then we have where I am sitting in a, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-way tie at 25th place, 47. So we have cut to the top, what is it? 142 players remain alive in this tournament. The cutoff was 38 points. I'm very happy to be towards the top of the card, which puts me in okay shape to make it to the quarterfinals, as long as I don't totally choke this week. Wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen. We're very happy with our performance this season. I gotta say, just solid, not knocking it out of the park on any games, but not choking either. Just solid play. 2nd and 2, 2nd and 2, and 1st and 1 so far. I appreciate you guys when you do wish me luck. You know I'm going to play my very best. Or die trying. All right. So, just a heads up, folks, settings for round 4 have been adjusted. Settings for round 4 are Las Vegas, Nevada, Zombie Apocalypse, Blizzard's on, Fog on, Portal Stable. Auto placement has been changed, okay? Initially, we practiced a bunch of semi-auto placement, and it was, I would say, significantly luckier than you would want in a competition, right? If your stack got infected early, you were kind of hosed, and then that stack could have the potential to run through other big stacks in the early game. And fixed zombies is a super fragile mode to begin with. We have auto setup fixed zombies. All right. Cutoff has been approximate top 150. Top 142 players have advanced. And we have revealed the round 5 settings if you would like to start practicing early. Playing on Greece, 70% domination with Blizzards, no fog, so I will be able to stream next week, assuming I make it. No portals, auto placement, fixed 70 on Greece. And we're cutting to top 48, so I really do need to keep myself in the top third of the card. And we'll try our best. This is what's on my mind, folks, right? I'm in it to win it, but we understand how unlikely of a proposition that truly is. All right, folks, one more promo before we get into the viewer game. The signups for the GM tournament season 8 are still open. Signups will be open for this until the tournament begins February 27th. So that's Monday, the 27th. Here is the sign up link for the GM tournament server. Give Kilted a run for his money. Don't let him just steal it yet again, this man. He wins too many of these. If you're a GM, come on down to the server, sign up for the tournament. We'd love to have you. I'm going to do more promotions on that one when we get closer to the time. Okay, you didn't sign up yet? Well, I bet you just did. Okay, so, folks, what is this lobby, folks? We got some very fine folks who want to help me practice. We got Mr. Parlox, good friend of mine, sitting at probably the lowest rank he's seen in the longest time. Yeah, I'm not playing so much ranked either. It sucks. It sucks to see that, until they fix it, there really isn't much desire to play ranked, but I'm pretty much the same with 4,000 games, 678 hours. Look at this record, guys. 1833 to 204 and a 114-28 on 1v1s. The defending champion, Fonty13, Grandmaster, Flying the Flag Mauritius, also hasn't played a single game of ranked since the seasonal reset. 409 hours with 1499 games played, 145 to 253. Fonty has been practicing for the tournament, I assume. Crackle from Barbados has played a ranked game, but no 1v1s. Good for you, sir. Crackle's still live in the tournament, 833 hours with 369, 465. Where is Mr. Crackle on the leaderboard at the moment? Not. Something is fucked. Fix that. I don't know. Something is fucked. General Bando, 14326. Grandmaster. Both 1v1s and free for all. 178, 98, and 154. Good luck, guys. Let's ready up, please. So the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about before the Q&A is we are doing a dev game on the 23rd. So I have been sourcing questions on my Discord. We've gotten a ton of great questions. So at some point this week, I'm going to switch over to no longer sourcing, but we're going to be compiling into a more structured voting so that I can focus the devs' attention on the things that we actually want to talk to them about. Hey, thank you, Killed It, for the Prime sub, man. 11 months, eh? Thank you so much, dude. Now we are talking. All right, so I'm going to try and play this game, but also talk to you guys about the Kill Pete Strategy Discord Q&A. Starting off, we have our question from Boldstar. These are the priority Q&A. If you are a server booster, you get in the priority Q&A. You get your questions answered first. The best way to ask me questions, unfortunately, I can't always answer in the Twitch chat. I can't always answer in my YouTube. But what I can do is I can do this Q&A. I don't know. What's 3v? Only 5%, eh? Terrible. Let's get lucky. These twos are toast, so there's no reason to not try and get a card out of them. We got one. We got our card, folks. I'm happy with that. Open. And we'll go from there. Okay. What are my thoughts about Elon Musk and his big ideas, such as colonizing Mars, electric vehicles, advanced AI, and Neuralink? It's a lot of thoughts. All right. So what are my thoughts about Elon Musk? Elon Musk is a very smart, very rich man. What are my thoughts on big ideas such as colonizing Mars? Colonizing Mars, incredible waste of resources. Electric vehicles, super necessary. Advanced AI, inevitable, scary, potentially great, potentially very harmful. And Neuralink, same thing. Inevitable, scary, potentially very good, potentially very harmful. So the way human beings work with tools is the tool is morally neutral. What we do with the tool matters in terms of ethical valence. So I think Elon Musk's thought about colonizing Mars as being necessary, turning humanity into a multiplanetary species, is a tremendously misguided waste of resources. So and we've talked about this before on the show, but I can go over it again in brief. So did Prolix quit? Why? Okay. So we have a bot. So the resources that would be expended to make a habitat on Mars are very costly. And until every human being is fed and clothed on Earth, I see that as a complete waste of the potential. That's basically how I see it, right? And we know that space exploration is often a profitable endeavor in terms of technology, right? So some amount of money can and should be spent on expanding the frontier of our technology. But trying to keep humanity alive in fucking environmental pods on Mars seems insanely wasteful compared to the fact that we currently have a habitable world where we are unable to solve equitable distribution of resources so that all citizens on Earth can live at a decent minimum, right? I'm not talking about having everyone live, like kings and queens, but I think we need to define decent minimum, the Rawlsian idea of that, and go from there. Okay. What are my thoughts on advanced AI? Advanced AI is coming. Advanced AI is inevitable. We will invent this. So if we are unable to solve that equitable distribution problem that I was talking about, The situation we may find ourselves in is one where very few people own and control this AI. Yeah, that's fine. And if too few people control this very powerful technology, then the value gets consolidated into too few hands, and we have all sorts of downstream negative effects, furthering income inequality. Webcam down, damn it. Furthering income inequality, furthering wealth consolidation, and furthering poverty, potentially locking people into a permanent jobless state. You didn't lose the Peatman. The Peatman is still here. Look, unplug it and plug it in again, right? That's how these things work. Thank you, Repose123 for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. All right, I think we fixed. There we are. We're back. Plug it in, unplug it, and plug it in again is always the solution. All right, and the final question is Neuralink. So super scary when you think about it, but things like the ability to give sight to the blind, things like the ability to give a paraplegic chance to walk again, right? It's too compelling to avoid. So again, these technologies will be invented. What gives them an ethical valence is what we choose to do with that. Do we choose to use them wisely to the benefit of all mankind, or do we choose to use them selfishly and destructively? We shall see. Okay. Our next question is from Bagel. Aloha Pete. Have you ever tried playing Dota 2? It's one of my favorite games. Almost 4,000 hours. Wow. And the level of strategy in the game is unmatched, in my opinion. I think your mindset might make it a fun and interesting game for you after its learning curve, which is steep. Cool. No, I have not. I don't even know what it is. Dota 2. Let's take a look. Dota 2 doesn't even tell you what it stands for. Released by Valve in 2000. This is a decade-old game. Dota 2 is a 2013 multiplayer online battle. It's a MOBA. Okay. I've never played any of these. I hear they're very popular. Has a large esports scene. Sick. Yeah, man. If I had more time to spend playing video games. All right, let's try this. Blue 3 there. Yeah. Done with that. League of Legends is better than Dota. Interesting. Yeah, my one buddy plays League. I've never played either of these types of games. I think it's too fast-paced for me. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would consider it. It's more of a, where do you find the time, right? Moving right along. Just trying to find where my next Q&A point begins. The Joker would like to know, hey, why doesn't Risk add a Teams mode? Because the devs are slow moving. But hopefully this is one of those things that we can talk to them about. Parlock's bot is attacking a bunch. The devs are slow moving, and also, I think we have been able to incorporate teams risk in our competitions without SMG quite well. So, all that to say, I don't know that it would be on top of their radar. Our next question is from Obidos. Pete, since society today is becoming more and more attached to the internet, connected devices, do you think that youth-serving organizations such as Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Scouts are as important or more important than they ever were before the ease of access to the internet at all times? Okay. These sorts of things are self-referential. The internet becoming more popular is a positive feedback loop that is giving people digital, more and more digital options for entertainment and reducing their desire for face-to-face entertainment. I believe that interacting with other human beings is the most important thing you could do. It's not as much about what you have in this world. I'm not here to impress you with my fancy shit. I'm very much interested in connecting with you, right? So how do we do that? Well, I would say that these organizations are becoming more essential from the perspective that this is an okay start. I like this a lot. These organizations are becoming more essential because if we lose the ability to connect to other people in reality, to feel the presence, the heart of another person, we are at risk of losing our humanity in a fundamental way. So I think it is very important that you can build that rapport with others, that you can feel that connection. So that is something that I'm super passionate about. And wherever you choose to do that, you do it with some kind of hobby, if you do it with a social circle. Like I'm blinded by my own hypocrisy here because I'm spending my time sitting in my office talking to a screen, right? I know that, the hundreds of you who are watching me right now do find that perspective resonant. But I've learned this way. It's really not about what I own, right? It's really about connecting with others. That's the only thing that ever meant anything to me. So yeah, I would say from a certain perspective, it would be more important than ever. But there's lots of options, particularly for younger people. I had my my social network, my IRL social network eviscerated by the circumstances of the last couple of years, which is what leaves me in a position now where I'm not even tied to the place that I live anymore because there's nobody here for me. So if there's nobody here for me, maybe I'll find somewhere else. Zombies put in an 85 a turn. That's a lot. Good thing that 11 doesn't roll my 6. That's a ton of zombies. All right, our next question is from Horatio. Hey, Pete, I've got a question about solipsism. Oh, we did talk about this. Did we talk about this? I actually don't know. Maybe I read the article and that's why I'm remembering it. So he gives us this massive article on solipsism, which I'm not going to read on stream. The question is, if you're unfamiliar with solipsism, here is a description. So let's read it out. I get my card now. I think I need to strengthen a lot of these positions. Let's try that. Okay. What is solipsism? Well, as with all philosophical frameworks, there are infinitely many variants of solipsism. Extra words you don't need. Thank you, philosophy article. But the gist of solipsism is as follows. Solipsists believe that all that exists before them resides only within their mind. Okay, so this is a philosophical outlook on reality. It's a metaphysical outlook that says, are you fucking kidding me? 8v8, suck my dick. Sorry, that bot move pissed me off. Okay. How to digest the position. The idea is that you're the only thing that's real, not only to you, but in reality, that everything else is a figment of your imagination, some kind of mental process. A very selfish belief, but you can totally see how it would develop. So let's see what the question is from Horatio. My question is, do you think believing solipsism is a choice, or can you argue against it? It's one of those like belief in God type questions, right? You can't argue for or against it. You can. Ultimately you can't deny, unless we develop some kind of technology where we come to know and model the mental state of someone. We can't deny that it is unarguable. Like there's no way I can guess what's in your head. Kill that fucking bot, please. Yeah, get fucked. Fucking game ruining bot outs. I hate that shit. My question is, do you think believing solipsism is a choice? Yeah, it is a choice, but the alternative is also a choice, right? So no, you can't argue against it. It is a very extreme view of reality, and all of our social conditioning fights against the belief, since we very much feel as a part of the community, as a part of cause and effect. Yeah, so I'm a determinist, so I'm very much about, the notion that everything is predestined. Can I snag this then? Yeah, so solipsism doesn't really scare me, doesn't really turn me off. I don't presume to tell you one way is right or one way is wrong. P.S. You created me in order to write this. You really believe you'd be living in a reality where your occupation was streaming a board game? Nah, bro. You made this fantasy up, meaning you also created stream snipers, you piece of shit. Ha. I get your joke. So I had my journey with solipsism. But it's similar to the debate around free will and determinism. It really doesn't matter. So that's what it ultimately has to come down to. It really doesn't matter. And whether or not I perceive the truth of the matrix that I'm living in, right, or whether or not I perceive some version of false reality, doesn't change the fact that the sun rises in the morning, I have to put my pants on and go to work, and I have to eat food, right, and I have to take a shower and all of that stuff. So fun philosophical musing doesn't really lead anywhere. Our next question is from Sakrastoru. Hi, Pete. Loving the tips and strategy. It's really improving my game as and when I can keep concentration for the game. If you could run a team of Risk developers, what would your quick wins be for the community that you'd like to see aside from collusion prevention? My thought was, if you'd like audio-based Risk rooms that launch with the game, a friend of mine thought there was a proximity chat, where you'd have private one-on-one chat with the player you're targeting. It would give your opponents potential knowledge of potential legal collusion and may cause mayhem if you didn't speak to throw opponents off. What are your thoughts? I think people would not be able to handle that maturely. I think people are not kind to each other, and I think that would devolve very quickly into a circumstance that you don't want. So, unfortunately, we're not ready for that, in my humble opinion. But for the first part of your question, if I was a dev, what would I do? So there's a lot of little tweaks that could be done for this game by someone who cares enough to play it. And a couple of those tweaks are things like whose turn is it right now? We used to have improvements that have gone in the wrong direction. We used to have Crackle 69 right here, right? Why don't we have it now? There's no reason to not have it now. We should have it now. Having the slider default to 100% to take so that we don't fall victim to the bullshit slider toggling in order to min-max troop losses. Things like not force trading in a Joker. I have 4 cards right now. Do I have a set without a Joker? I don't, so it would force trade in the Joker. Let's say I had a set here, right? Simple defaults. You would never choose to force trade a Joker. So the little things, little quality of life improvements that would make your game so much more user-friendly, right? Not having a camera animation on as a default so that new players are speed handicapped, right? It's just insane why you would expect anyone would want to play at a speed handicap. You know? For the benefit of a fancy animation. Come on, guys. It's silly. So there's a lot of little things like that I could probably make a list on, but I haven't really yet because, or how about dice animations when you're rolling? Just let me pop true randoms, right? Just don't make me slow roll with this archaic, pointless, cool, the dice look cool, but you know what I care about? I care about a strategy, right? Let the game look cool secondarily. Let it function over form, right? This is one thing that I keep going on about. Okay. Our next question is from Sultan. Play my turn. I think something is going to go bad. There, that's all right. It's a tricky map for fixed zombies. It's a bit too open. All right, Sultan would like to know, hey, Pete, watching your latest week in review, I think I can explain why people idolize the big YouTubers. And it is the exact same reason why you idolize people like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's the fact that they come from entertainment. They are the heroes of this generation. And many people of this generation want to become those people like YouTubers. Yeah, I get it. Or just want the money, fame, or skill that those people hold. Right? Just realized I haven't done the whole. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Some technical difficulties. I don't know. My stream totally died. But we're back. Hope you refresh. I think we probably just lost a ton of people. Yes, we're back in action, baby. All this new technology, new abilities, and new problems. There we are. Man, there's a lot of territories to guard here. Okay. Where were we? Are we back? I think we're back. Okay. Where were we? Oh, we were talking. I was talking about messaging and the power of propaganda. Yeah, I have the ability to control messaging, which is a surreal ability. The fact that anyone would look up to me or idolize me strikes me as very odd. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not hitting you. Yeah, why would I hit? Ooh, okay. Fonty would not. Fonty's hitting Crackle. Oh no. What is happening? It's going for the kill. I see. Doesn't go for the kill. I wonder. Oh yeah, those zombies are in now. They're deep, deep in there. Can I even find Crackle? I assume he's on this side of the board. I won't have any troops by the time I get to him. Yeah, I can't even find him. I have a clue where he is, man. Now I got a slow roll. Yeah, come on. This is absurd. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? You want to pop dice. You don't want to have to go through this amount of time. Sorry, Fonty. Had to be done, sir. $85%? Fuck. Oh, he's not. He's somewhere else too? Holy shit. Okay. Huh. Would not have expected that. Okay. Well, Crackle has a shot. Where do you suppose he is? He's here. No. Probably on a portal. Cool finish. Yeah, he was on the portal. I can dig it. Yeah, the power of propaganda, the ability to message. Ah, and he feeds his own bounty to the zombies. Fair enough. The ability to control messaging. You all think I know what I'm talking about because I speak with confidence and I'm sitting in front of the camera. Things like that. Let's move on to the next question. Mitch Kahn would like to know. Hi, Pete. My question for you is, do you think Risk should change the name for the rank brackets? The term Grandmaster being obviously most notably reserved for the most experienced chess player and whatnot. Yeah, Grandmaster should be harder to get and harder to lose. Other professional esports scenes include Dota, League of Legends, who divide their players by rank brackets such as Divine, Immortal, Platinum, Diamond, respectively. With regard to Risk, top players may be more accurately referred to as Major General, Lieutenant. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Kind regards. Yeah. Yeah, I think the rank brackets are absolutely too easy, and that removes a lot of the potential cachet. So what do we do here? Yeah, there probably should be more categories, I think. That can go there. I have most of this. I think is how I want to play it. This might not work. Thank you, Philicus, for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Yeah, Fonty says he tried the feed. Hopefully you didn't get the kill and give me second. Yeah, so I tried that. I got what you were hinting, but I needed to kill you to even have any potential to make the kill on Crackle. So, because I needed the forced trade, I needed to get the extra time. Good thing this wasn't overtly negotiated, or else I would have had to make a liar of myself. Yeah. This is going to be tricky. How many zombies do you think are on the portals is the thing. Do we have massive stacks? Once I open up either of these portals, maybe I work on this +4 first. Crackle says I would have killed Fonty on my next turn if you didn't. Yeah, for sure. Well, at least I got one bounty, right? Low scoring game. You had stacks on stacks. For sure, man. Hey, the Raptor. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, man. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to work on this bonus now. And we get the dudes trade. That's not going to help. That's not going to help at all. All right. Hello, Pete. Hey, Miles. No scouting, sir. No scouting. I'm playing Miles this week. Good luck to you, my friend. Okay. Yeah, short answer, yes, Mitch. I think the rank classes could be better articulated with different nomenclature. Just cleaning up the zombies now. Yeah. So what's that top bonus? That top bonus is only +5, right? So I'm getting a 4 for 4 instead of a 7 for 5. No, it's still only 4. Yeah, this is a way better bonus to take. All right, cool. Good start. Now we can work on this +3. Okay. We might be able to clean up the zombies in a reasonable amount of time. I'm going to take this opportunity to get myself a cup of coffee. There's some big stacks there at the bottom, too. All right, so that 20 is what I'm worried about. struggle. It's a struggle here, folks. Capture this map. Do I have a set on 3? No set yet. Getting 9 a turn is good, though. Oh, the tedium. Yeah, so this is the problem. I'm not going to be able to do Q&A and this at the same time, am I? I might as well practice cleaning a board. Just in case I get to this stage in the tournament. All right, what are we at? 10s don't hit 12s. 17s don't hit 14s. This is the fragile spot. 22. All right, I'll take this +3 now. So I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 a turn. Hope to outpace the zombies. Okay. Yeah, let's take a peek behind that portal. 13, 16, 16. Yeah, that's fine. So on my next set, I can split there. All right. Slow rolling the 22 isn't a bad idea to lower it a bit. Okay. Hope to get some good dice. See if Kilted's strat works. Pop a couple rolls. Yeah, now we're talking. Can I split here and survive? I think I can. All right. Let's see if we can do a question. Trey's Cushronaldo. A question of legacy. Have you played Risk Legacy with friends? And do you think a game mode like Risk Legacy could work on the digital? I haven't played it, but yeah, I'm sure it could work. Oh, I sure hope the zombies don't go ham. I might have overextended. If you don't know, it's like classic map where the actions have consequences each game and leave a scar or a mark on the board. Some countries get nuked, cities are built, giving extra troops, bridges are built, connected previously unconnected territories. There are different factions to choose from that gives you abilities. P.S. Good luck in the tournament if you're still competing by the time you read this. Yeah, thanks, man. And yeah, I think it sounds like a very Very plausible concept. I know the devs have been talking about adding mission risk. So that would also be a nice logical step, wouldn't it? Cool. Okay. Jacob NZ would like to know, hey, Pete, thanks for getting me back into Risk. No addicted again. Screen time through the roof. Thanks for getting me back into Risk. No, addicted. Addicted to Risk, I see. Question is, when you are attacking with a large stack, is there a specific reason to split off the 3 when you are fortifying back anyways, just to avoid the misclick on the fortify? No, this is because of the stupid fucking slider. So I hate using the slider. I hate having to use the slider to solve the idiosyncrasy of balance splits being what it is, right? If you attack large stacks into smaller stacks, what can end up happening is you can end up losing way too many troops. So if I hit this 15 without slidering down, I can end up losing 3-4 troops. But if I slider it down to the minimum to take, I risk losing the minimum amount of troops. So I lost 2 on a 15, which is great. You can see we're just very slowly building up our troops. So yeah, the way balance splits works is in order to get 0% and 100% chances, it negatively affects the way you potentially could lose as well, right? Because we're monkeying with the math, basically. So that is the thing. All right, getting 16 a turn. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to expand such that I don't increase the number of fronts that I have to guard. So this, no, we learned that the 16 actually attacks there, right? I can't do that yet. I have to split again. There's so many fronts in Vegas. It's painstaking. There. Then I can pop the 13 up. Then I can pop the 13 and the 16 up. Maybe I should have made 2 attacks. Fuck. Yeah, too bad. Oh, that didn't work. All right. Challenging settings, isn't it? All right, so if I hit 2 territories, yeah, we only lost 2 troops. That's good. Portals make this such a bitch. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Like, it's difficult when you want to make fun TV, but what hits a 16? A 32 hits a 16. All right, now we start ticking up a bit again. Make them 17s. And then I can get up this way. And then we'll start choking up the top bonus. Cool. I don't want a portal or any 34 in the corner. All this work for 2 more points. I know. But It's a competition. I'm not gonna leave 2 points on the table. No way. If you guys know anything about me, there's no chance that's going to happen. All right, so we got a 36 there. Go up to 18s. So many fronts to guard. I'm going to have to start closing that off. Yeah, and now split here. Roll up to 100% to take, so I still lose 10 troops on that hit. But 15 doesn't take 15, so I'll be able to knock this one off and then consolidate again. Actually, I can get 2 attacks out of this, I think. Yeah, no reason to not hit that as well. Lose 8 again. Fuck. All right, we can stop there. You need every point. The cutoff is so tough. You need 8 weeks. Well, that's why I'm excited to. That's why I'm excited to see the league, the idea of a risk league coming into its fruition. 37. Okay, I can hit this without expanding the number of fronts. Cool. Yeah, once I reach a critical mass, I'll be able to hook around. But I really have to guard carefully. If I make it to this stage, you guys can expect to see a long, grindy zombies cleanup from me. And I hope I do. I really hope I do well this week. All right, so yeah, I hope that explained it, Jacob. One of the things that I'm interested in getting worked on by SMG is another one of those just slight default changes where the slider sets itself to 100% to take as a default instead of 100% of stack, where you risk too many troops and you stand to lose too many. All right, we're almost at that critical mass point where we can start really establishing advantage on the zombies. So it's going to start, the pace of this cleanup is going to start picking up. All right, our next question is from What? Yo. Hey, Pete! I was the white player in your R2 practice video, and I want to say thanks for all you do to grow the game. GG. I started playing Risk after YouTube recommended one of your FFA tourney videos, and I've been subscribed to you ever since. I joined the Discord after signing up for the tournament, and I found the culture to be a bit different than was represented in your videos. Oh, really? You had a bad experience. Let's learn more. All right, I finally have another bonus. Especially in terms of the way the GMs relate to newer players. So my question is this: do existing players have any responsibility for educating and training new players? My experience has been that most GMs are not interested in anyone else getting better, just in maintaining the rank. Ah, interesting question. So the nature of this question is, do we as skilled players in a game bear an obligation to improve the average? No, certainly not. That's insane. But instead of looking at it in terms of obligation, you can look at it in terms of, are you interested in improving the quality of your own game? So I try and approach everything from a bit of a selfish perspective. Like, assuming I want good games of Risk, how do I, what can I do to encourage, ensure, improve that? Well, one of the things that I've done is I have been a part of improving the skill floor in this game. And the skill average, which is super fucking cool. I'm sure you guys can only partially imagine how grateful I am to know that I have been instrumental in raising up the skill level of so many in a game that I love. I think it's absolutely awesome. Does this go down? It does. All right. So if I go there, then I'm not increasing the number of fronts. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm calculating how to not increase the number of fronts I have to guard. And we're getting there now. We're not losing any ground. So, you know, when I came into this game, I was like, wow, people suck shit at progressive. So one of the things, and I found that to be so frustrating that I was willing to spend a daily video for years getting nothing out of it, right? I wasn't getting paid. I did it for the love of the game. I did it to improve my own game. And if it improves yours as well, then that's gravy to me. I'm a selfish person ultimately, and I make no bones about that. I'm not pretending to be virtuous. I'm not pretending to be righteous. What I am saying is, do GMs bear, how did you put it? Responsibility? To educating, training newer players? Certainly not. That's insane. Nobody owes you anything. But they might bear responsibility to themselves for helping you and training you if they want good games in the future. My experience has been that most GMs are not interested in anyone else getting better. That experience is very different than mine, and we came into the community at different times. One thing I will say is that there is a lot more content creators doing this work now than when I first came around. So there's a lot of different people you can learn from. Great people. You might find that someone's work resonates with you in a different way, or you maybe just haven't found your tribe, right? Haven't found your group of people, your group of friends that you like to hang out with and play games with. And when you do, it's a beautiful thing, right? I hope you find it. Okay. So if we can knock off this whole pocket. Ah, there's a portal there. Damn it. Still painstakingly slowly. All right. 30, 50 hits, 25s. The biggest portal. Bring everything up to 25 because that's the largest zombie stack I see. And just continue expanding it. Slowly. I wonder how long this cleanup is actually going to take on the video. Okay, but just to finish your question, what you will find it. Stick around. You can learn. Everyone learns differently. We all learn in our own ways. You'll find the people you like. You'll find the people who are kind and generous to you, and you'll spend more time with them, right? Because they will resonate in a way that those who are too selfish to see long term, to think long term, will not. And that's fine. Everyone's on their own journey. Some people are just interested to pop into the game for a little bit, test their might, travel on to the next one. That makes sense to me. Oh, goodness gracious me. Our next question is from Explicit. Hey, Pete, love the channel. Do you think being, at least in my opinion, attractive, oh, thank you, has helped in your success, confidence on camera for YouTube? Thanks. Ooh, great question. No. Not probably. Okay, so yes and no. Damn it, the fucking camera again. God damn it. Don't worry, folks. I have a new cord being shipped to me. I just broke the cord because I'm a caveman. It's all gonna get sorted out. Okay. Do I think being attractive has helped my success? Yes. Confidence? No. Okay? Two completely different things. So I don't think of myself as attractive. Beyond the sort of like I can objectively understand that I'm a reasonably well put together man, and I try my best to stay in good shape and dress well and, you know, practice good hygiene and care for myself. Okay. So I try to be as attractive as I can be, but I have never thought of myself as attractive. So as far as it adding to my confidence, no. But as far as it adding to my success, if other people think you're attractive, you tend to do well in life. So that is inarguably true. And if it is the case that other people think I'm attractive, then I wouldn't presume to tell you that it hasn't been an element of my own success. So all that to say, how I feel, fucking camera. All right, we're going to do the rest of this one without a camera. How I feel matters a lot. And I've done a lot of things in my life to build up my own confidence that do not necessarily have anything to do with how I look. We want to see you. Well, don't worry, folks, because a new cable is coming. But for this stream, unfortunately, I won't be able to show my lovely face anymore. So apologies, folks. I've done a lot in my life to work on my own confidence. Perhaps we'll talk about this in a future stream. Just because I found the tedium to grind on me. Sure you can appreciate. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Come along the ride with me. I have a daily release on YouTube. I'm doing weekday streams on Twitch for the winter. Sign off for YouTube now. For all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.